Hello, hi everyone. While waiting for more people to come in, just need you guys to help me to share out the video. Welcome to the episode 5 of Gems Time with Glenn. My name is Glenn. So I've seen people starting to come in. Welcome everyone. Can leave your comments as well on the comment page. So we are getting people to come in this evening, right, to actually talk about benefits of meditation. So as you can see, based on the sharing in terms of the keynotes today, right, we have a couple of things that we'll be sharing later. So do help me to share this out with all your friends. People who are online, right, just help me to like and share and invite some of your friends around who are, Hi Joyce, welcome. Yeah, welcome to Facebook Live. Okay, today's session is talking about benefits of meditation. So for those people who are new here, right, before we proceed with the session today, later I'll just give a quick introduction of myself. And at the same time, we will go through, of course, a few key topics. The session will be about 1 hour from 9:30, which is now till 10:30. So of course, towards the end, I hope that everyone can stay with us because we will be giving away also some attractive gifts, and also we are coming up with the recent digital giveaway. So there are a couple of things that we are going to give it to people who continue to stay with us for the coming hour. So feel free to comment and like our page. Hi Jenna. So for those people who have just joined us, right, help me to share out the video so that we can get more people to come in, to find out more, because ever since I started this Gems Time with Glenn, right, we have been doing a lot of engagement with people, especially our regular customers, people who have joined us before in the past for workshops. And at the same time, right, we are trying to promote, how we can better, make use of all these natural crystals in our daily life, and to bring positivity to individual, especially your loved ones, your families, and also people around. So do help us to actually share out the post and get more people to join us. And of course, from here, right, how we can better advocate the use of crystals, and at the same time, while talking about the various topics, we can also talk about holistic lifestyle. Like today, right, we are going to talk about, of course, meditation, something that is very popular right now because everyone is very stressful, right? So of course, we just want to find a way to relax ourselves. So later part, feel free to drop any comment if you have. If you have any other questions that you would like to ask, right, just feel free to actually drop a comment in our comment box, and we will try to reply to you either after today's event or subsequently, along the way. So feel free to just chat with us. This is supposed to be an interactive session, so do not be shy. And at the same time, since we are all virtually, right, here in the Facebook Live, so don't need to be paiseh, because just shoot if you have any questions, but provided I can actually answer. So I'll try my best to answer. So just a quick introduction of myself for those people who have got to know me or today, first time logging us into the Gems Time with Glenn episode, right? My name is Glenn. I am actually the founder for Gem Story. So we have started this program, right, since early in January. So today, this is already our 5th episode. We have actually run concurrently a couple of episodes since the last few months. So of course, if you were to ask me, right, why am I here and why am I doing what I'm doing today? For people who have already known me for a while, right, I've been actually actively advocating crystals knowledge and also sharing the power of crystals to various people that I've met, right, for a couple of years, since 2013 when we first started Gem Story. So we have been around for a while, and in fact, we are now located and based at 100 Beach Road, Shaw Tower. This is a very nice, conducive space for us. So we have the luxury also to conduct our monthly Facebook Live and workshop here as well. So talking about that, right? So why do I actually start off this particular business, or I should say this channel for people? Reason being because I have realized that after a while, ever since many years back, people have been starting collecting gemstones and crystals and minerals, but a lot of people are still, having a hard time trying to find out, how all these natural minerals can help individual, especially when we talk about not just based on the Chinese metaphysical aspect, right? Where we talk about feng shui, we also talk about the Western metaphysical science, how these minerals and gemstones can help, based on the energetic level of the vibration frequency from all these crystals. So we can leverage on all this positive energy and then have them, either wearing them around us or even having them around at our, living area to enhance the overall, energetic fields. So all these things, how do we actually better, share the information and knowledge out, since everyone now is, buying crystals and they are seeing all sorts of gemstones, minerals all around. So how can we help these people to better understand all this? So we have come up with a series of all these interactive sessions like the Facebook Live program and also my workshop to reach out to more people. Hi, for those who have just joined us, hi Randy, hi Han Kian. Saw a lot of people right now coming in already. Help me to share out the Facebook Live. For those people who have just joined us, right? We are going to start the session today soon. So give me a couple of minutes more. So as I was actually introducing myself earlier, so we will actually I've been doing this for a couple of years. So basically, if you ask me why am I doing this until today, other than the passion that I have for all these gemstones and minerals, right? I also realized that after this few years, ever since I started doing this, I've been meeting up with a lot of people, and this is something that has been motivating or driving me until today, because there's been quite a fair bit of people who have met, right, who have also they have benefited from the use of crystals and also expanded their knowledge ever since a couple of years till now, and they are more aware of what they are buying, especially in the market, what are suitable. And at the end, you're not just buying crystals for the sake of buying crystals, but you're also using them on a daily basis and leveraging on all these positive aspects from all these natural Mother Nature essences. So it's a good thing that more people are coming in to join us in this journey. And I believe that in due time, more and more people will have the opportunity to get better and even more energy crystals, because these are solely resonating with the individual before you actually get them. Okay, so coming back to today's topic, as you can see from our this whole entire topics, right, today, right, we will be talking about the benefits of meditation, and of course how to prepare a space at home for meditation. So when we talk about meditation, there are a couple of meditation techniques right now, in fact, in the market. And if you talk about currently in the modern society, people are so stressed out with work, with a lot of the things that's happening around them, especially sometimes, right, you just get so overwhelmed and you just need to calm and have a more relaxed and peaceful mind. But how can you do that? You see, at the end of the day is that we can go for many other kind of approach, not just meditation. People may be saying, like you can go for spa, you can go for exercise, you can go for even shopping spree, or even do a lot of things that you probably can just relax yourself as well. And so nowadays people started to watch a lot of movies, a lot of videos on the iPad, etc. So some people just want to zonk out, but there are also other things that we can actually do. Like for instance, when we talk about meditation, because meditation is a very good way to actually help individual to calibrate our energetic level, our mind, and bring peace and calm and tranquility into our daily life, especially if you're talking about people who are often very tensed up, very stressed, and most of the time they have insomnia, and sometimes they probably feeling very emotional and very overwhelmed by a lot of things that's causing them day to day. So we can actually leverage on meditation to help individual. Hi Eileen, welcome. I have a couple of new people joining in. Hi Rachel, hi Shirley, welcome to our session. So as I was talking about meditation, a lot of benefits that we can actually have for meditation, and of course, other than the typical meditation that we used to think about, which is sitting down there, closing your eyes, and putting yourself into focus, there are also many other ways that we can also meditate on a daily basis. So today's session, we're just going to touch a few techniques or some recommended techniques that also includes crystal meditation. So later I will also be sharing, some interesting ways you can actually meditate at home. And then of course before that, to teach you how to create a conducive and sacred space where you can meditate and bring peace and balance, especially at places like home, where you can actually just relax yourself after a hard work, a full day of hard work. Okay, so anytime, as I mentioned, you can comment on the comment box here. Hello Desmond, hello Nicholas, welcome. So if you need to make any comments, just feel free to comment on our comment box. We will show you how you can like explain to you. Okay,
Randy
so
asks, are you wearing your right necklace?
Randy?
Randy
Randy. No, I'm not wearing meteorite necklace. This is actually a Merkaba Star, Star of David. Merkaba Star of David quartz, clear quartz. Very, very good energy crystal. I can show you next time when you are here. Okay, so coming back, right? So why do we meditate? So there's a lot of benefits when we talk about meditation. So if you think about in the ancient time, right, where people used to be less stressed out and they are more focused in terms of what they used to do. It's like when life is like not just all about work and about trying to earn a lot of money and to chase after material needs, right? In the past, people are actually more calm and more peaceful in a way. So of course, if you look at some of the ancient drama serial, where we talk about in the ancient time, right, you see people meditate actually pretty often. Even if they don't sleep, they can just sit down there, close their eyes, and then they can just sit in the half lotus or full lotus position. But after a while, you see that they are deeply in the meditative state. There's a reason why that meditation is so good for physical body, as well as for our mind and body. Because when we meditate, we are actually channeling cosmic energy into our body to align all our chakras, which bring forth equilibrium or balance to our whole energetic field. So when you talk about that aspect, imagine high frequency cosmic energy coming into our body, and at that instance, at that state of mind, you are in the deep relaxation, charging mode. You will feel very anchored and grounded at the same time. So while you are doing that, your whole full body actually went into that regeneration mode. When you talk about regeneration, we talk about healing. High frequency energy coming into our physical body, and that caused our individual, body within to start healing and to start actually feeling good. So this actually brings forth, right, the good feeling when we're actually doing meditation. And of course, we talk about the secretion of melatonin, serotonin, all the happy hormones. Happy hormones are what actually? When you exercise, right? That's where a lot of people, they secrete happy hormones, because these are the hormones that are secreted, right, to make us feel light and happy and give us motivation and hype us up when we are actually doing that. So meditation has got similar ability to actually generate or secrete all these happy hormones. So there are many people in the past or even now, you see more and more people are started to actually go into meditation, especially learning meditation or trying to actually learn a few techniques on how you can calm your overall reactive mind down. Okay, so there's actually different methods, different ways. So today's topic, we are going to actually share on how and why do people actually meditate. So as you can see, earlier I did mention, why is it that more and more people, they are starting to meditate, starting to learn, like even when we talk about yoga is also a form of meditation, to be honest. And we talk about, like, for instance, crystal healing, energy healing, etc. So there are different ways people are started to connect to the high frequency energy. So they want to basically relieve stress, okay, help to bring more relaxation mood to their day-to-day lives. And then some people use it for self-healing. When we talk about self-healing, we talk about, of course, recalibrating our energetic fields through an energetic detox. Many people talk about physical detox. When we talk about, like, eating good food, supplements, etc., and then we go for detox session, in spa and whichever. Even nowadays, we got a lot of people starting to do intermittent fasting, and then taking a lot of different stuff just to do physical body detox, right? But we have to also consider that your body also require energetic detox at times. When we talk about energetic detox, we talk about the ability for you to actually recalibrate and discharge all the lower dense energy or frequency out of our body. So one of the most effective way that we can do is by meditating, because when we meditate, we are literally recalibrating and actually downloading cosmic light into our body that allows full calibration to actually it's like the whole entire body will go through that full calibration mode. So it is something that is very amazing if you were to actually experience it yourself. And then some people, they do meditation because they are always very floaty and they are always all over, very hard to focus. So what they do is that they want to ground themselves. Meditation can also help one ground themselves, but it's not as easy for some people because some people can never meditate. I've got a lot of customers or even people or even friends around who tell me, right, that it's like when they try to meditate, their mind will go all over. It's like the whole entire mind will be like floating all over, and then they find it very hard to focus and very hard to actually concentrate. I think it's perfectly fine because, like I say, not everyone is hardwired, or I should say engineered in that way. There are some people who tend to be too hyper in terms of their mind. So, but we try to actually allow the mind to actually calm down progressively. So it may be impossible for you to actually just sit down there and meditate like maybe for 30 minutes or an hour, but at least for 5 to 10 minutes you can start off by simple meditation technique. So not necessarily meditation must be sitting down there, close your eyes, and you actually need to just stay still there and try to be focused. There are different meditation techniques as well right now, which it's easy to learn, yet at the same time you can actually bring yourself progressively into that state of mind, which later I will also share with everyone. Okay, hello everyone. For those who have just joined in, my name is Glenn. Welcome to Gems Time with Glenn today. So I'm actually halfway through, not say halfway through, we started this meditation sharing on how benefits we can have from meditation. So just do stay with us if you can till end of the session, because we will be also giving away some digital gifts and also some physical gift later at the end of the session. So it's going to be a 1 hour session and we are already almost 20 minutes through. So for those people who have just joined us, right, help us like and share and invite more people to come in. So I'm actually on the benefits and the reason why people meditate. So coming to the fourth point, we also talk about meditation allows and also help people to open up energetic centers. When we talk about energy centers, we talk about like the chakras. Chakras are 7 different vortexes. There are of course more than 7 chakras nowadays, right? But we will just focus mainly on the 7 chakras. So when you meditate, you allow your chakra center to actually be recalibrated, realigned, and at the same time, right, you open up all the chakras. Opening up chakras isn't going to be something that's very scary or very frightening. Don't go to that aspect of thinking. When we talk about opening the centers, we talk about allowing the centers to be back to equilibrium, and at the same time allow all the blockages to be discharged off. There are a lot of people with chakra blockages actually nowadays. If you talk about whatever that will be exposed, the food that we are eating, the kind of environment, the situation that we are always facing with people, a lot of negative people around, etc. So typically many people are having challenges in terms of having chakra blockages. So meditation can actually help to open up the centers and allow all these blockages to be discharged and to be actually cleansed off, and everything to be recalibrated back to equilibrium. So if you meditate often, you see that your energetic field will change, your auric field will change, and everything will be very different. You will feel different, you'll feel happier, lighter, and at the same time, you get more clear in terms of your mental clarity, and this will help you a lot also in your daily work when you need to make a very important decision. And we talk about the 5th point, connecting to your higher self. So when we talk about higher self, we talk about, of course, the voice within. The voice within is something that it's always like a guardian, like a guide, where when we need to make critical decision, when we need to actually decide on certain things, there are always this intuitive voice that's inside, that's always guiding us and telling us whether we should go or whether we should not go. And this is always something that we sometimes may challenge due to maybe the aspect, we may be having a lot of ego issues, or sometimes because the logical mind is always superseding and overpowering our intuitive mind. So you see, at the end of the day is that when you are able to actually connect to the higher self, while through constant meditation practices, it allows you also to bring a lot of equilibrium into your life and help you with a lot of decision making. Then connecting to the power within, same thing. Once you are able to unleash the power within, you are able to have a lot of synchronicity with the universe. And we talk about law of attraction, when we talk about manifestation, these are all linked to connecting to the power within. So meditation also helps if you talk about having the ability to help you to connect to all this internal power. Lastly, of course, talk about connecting to angels and guides. This part I wouldn't want to touch more, but people who are more sensitive, who are more intuitive, sometimes they could also go to that level of actually connecting, right, to the guardian angels, to their spirit guides. But this is another topic. So coming back, right, so as I've mentioned, so these are some of the benefits that most people will get when you actually meditate. Of course, there are many other more, which I wouldn't be touching every individual. So, but the key ones that I've just mentioned are all here. So, for those people who have just joined us, right, these are some of the benefits that you can see when you meditate. And the next thing is that, how and, what kind of meditation normally people actually go through. So in the next couple of, duration, what we are going to do is to share there are some techniques that you can do in terms of different meditation style, and at the same time, of course, we also touch on how you can create a space at home while before you meditate, how you cleanse your space, how you prepare a conducive space, etc. So all this will be done. We will be sharing in a short while. Okay, so for those people who just joined us, please do help us to share out again. We are already about halfway through, so I'm going to talk about next topic. We talk about meditation, right? There's actually this meditation right now that a lot of people, especially I've shared with also some of my customers, that they really love is this white light shielding meditation. So white light shielding meditation is a technique that can help you to create a shielding energetic bubble, on a daily basis just before you actually go out. Because this is a very powerful method where, if constantly a lot of people are feeling very overwhelmed, especially people who are more vulnerable, more sensitive, you can consider learning how to actually use white light shielding technique. And of course, how to go about doing that, right, is very simple, because there's a few ways that we can go to actually learn how to actually activate or use the white light shielding technique, right, to either protect yourself, to ground yourself, and to recalibrate your energy fields. Because we tend to pick up a lot of energy, right, from a lot of people without knowing, especially day to day when we are working, when we are meeting up with people, and then there are always a lot of so-called psychic vampires that will appear around us, and these people are always discharging sometimes negative energy, and they will get affected, and when you meet them or when you talk to them, you will feel overwhelmed. I'm sure that you have people around like this, right? Be it in your office, places where you work, or even sometimes your family members, they could also be part of the contributors. So with all these psychic vampires drawing our energy away, right? So it's always good that we protect ourselves. And protecting ourselves, can be, of course, sometimes not easy, because normal people will never thought about meditating to shield or to actually create that white light bubble, to actually protect themselves when they are outside. So some people, they might feel, it's a little bit, especially skeptics, they probably would think that, it's just a mind thing, it's like they probably don't even believe. But you can try it out yourself at home just before you go out, every day, before, you step out of your house, or even at night, right? Sometimes when you come back, you just learn to use the white light shielding meditation. It's actually pretty effective. Personally, I've shared with a lot of my customers, and they have been actively using this, and the majority of them has actually feedback to me that it actually gives them a lot more, more protection, especially when they are very overwhelmed. So during when this happens, right, if let's say there's a lot of negativity around, and if you are not shielded and protected, these emotions and mood, it will bleed over and make you feel very upset, very angry, and very emotionally, drained, and sometimes even depressed. So if you see nowadays more and more people, they are having depression and they are actually having a lot of emotional issues, right? Especially emotional discharge. You will tend to see these people are really getting too overwhelmed and they are always seeking help. Most people, if you ask me, right, they are either going into various practices, or if not, right, they will try to actually recalibrate their energetic level. But there's one way that you can do it is actually to shield and protect yourself. So one way of actually doing that is to learn the white light shielding meditation. So if you talk about, of course, negative people around that you meet, so sometimes it's inevitable that we will meet these people. But the fact is that, of course, we don't like show that, when these negative people are around, right? Well, then you start. I'm not telling you that you must meditate in front of them and say that, okay, I'm going to form a bubble and shield myself to form that protection. We are not playing that kind of game where you have power and whichever. So, but one thing is that when you have the ability to have the energetic bubble with you, right? Just before, when you go out, or even you have a practice that before and after, this energetic bubble is always readily available. You just need to actually envision that there's a white light around you, and then with that, right, you can actually create that invisible white light energy bubble, which can help you to protect you against all the negative energy from those people. So this technique, right, we actually set the boundary to allow all this unwanted energy from others, right, to attack us or to actually come into us, because this intimidating energy, right, it's not going to affect us. In fact, it's like strengthening your aura. When we talk about strengthening your aura, right, sometimes people may not understand what you mean by aura, or even strengthening them, because they probably couldn't even visualize or sense their aura. But just a very quick relevant things that you can actually do, right, is basically, right, just think about, when your auras are strengthened, you feel much more grounded, much more safe. And yet, same thing, when your aura is actually in that very strong, bright energy level, right, you feel motivated, you feel happy, you also feel very, you have the ability to actually, right, connect to people. So, but of course, at the end of the day is when all this negativity energy comes in, right, you have the power and the empowerment to actually cut the cord off. So this is something that will show and tell you whether, at the existing energetic state, are you okay or are you doing well? So something that you can actually test it out for using the white light shielding method. So we will go into sharing later part, right? We are going to give away the digital gift for this particular part. So we will actually send you to download this white light shielding technique methods. So for those who are keen and interested to get a copy of this PDF, right, just stay with us until the end of the session. We will actually get you to answer certain things, and then from there we will send you the link. So those people who have just joined us, right, help us to like and share share it out, because we are going to actually give away the white light shielding meditation technique digital giveaway at the end of the session, after the whole entire day, the whole entire session. Hi Jacqueline. Yeah, white light shielding is powerful, correct? A lot of people has been sharing also. So just to go into details, right, how do we do white light protection? Okay, you just imagine, right, okay, so this is something that you can actually do. Imagine yourself, right, seated in a comfortable position, maybe every morning just before you leave your house, or even you can find some time, maybe 5 to 10 minutes yourself in a quiet space. Find a very quiet, conducive space at home. Just sit down in a comfortable position. It may not be a half lotus or in full lotus position. You can just sit on the chair. Just close your eyes and then begin, right, by releasing all your tension and anxiety, or keep your mind in that full relaxation mode. Okay, once you are in that very relaxed, very peaceful kind of mode, right, just visualize a ball of white light actually floating above you. Imagine at your crown chakra, which is this part, right, there's this beautiful ball of white light energy that actually appears around you. Focus on the energy ball and imagine this ball is filled, right, with love, with strength, with peace, and with a lot of high frequency beautiful energy that's actually, circulating on top of your crown. And then try hard to feel the energy within this energy ball. Of course, it's a little bit hard for some people to visualize, but as much as it is, if you practice more, you'll be able to understand. Just feel the energy. So for those who are now with us, right, we are playing some meditation music right now also. So you can also do it together with us, if you want. If not, then later you can actually try it before you sleep. Okay? Then now, let the energy from the ball of light, right, on top of your crown flow gently down into your body. Allow the energy to flow down into you. The energy is beautiful, serenading with clear white light energy. So as you imagine this beautiful ball of white light actually flow into your body, into your various chakras. So no matter how much light that comes into you, the ball will remain equally strong, for its true origin is from the universe. So just imagine this ball of white light, right, is actually having a cord directly connected, to the source. And this cosmic energy that's coming into the source, into your energy ball, flowing down into you. So beautiful, clear white light until you allow the ball of energy to pour into you, flowing throughout the whole entire body. Let it move out into your arms, into your legs, into your fingers, into your toes, every single part of your body. Just imagine yourself. When that happens, you are like a very beautiful, glittery, shimmering, energetic being. So you see yourself, right, glowing, with all the shimmering white light around within your body. So during this part, right, allow the light to expand within your body, and then at the same time, right, expand it out to at least 1 inch from your body. So you can actually suddenly visualize and imagine yourself, right, being wrapped around in a beautiful white light, which is just 1 inch from your physical body. So if you can actually just imagine yourself being wrapped around beautifully with this white shimmering light, right, this is the first part of the energetic bubble that you have formed, when you actually allow the energy to expand. And the next thing is, once you see this 1 inch layer of light energy around you, the next thing is to imagine and visualize this 1 inch layer of light around you to expand further to form an oval round bubble around your whole body, which is filled with clear, beautiful, loving white light. And these light are continuing downloaded from the source into your body while you expand them. Just imagine that, this whole entire light is becoming like a bubble, expanding, like slowly filling up the bubble around you. Okay, then the next thing is allow this particular circle of energy around you, right, to expand until it is about 6 feet across, which is, right, very big, pretty big. So imagine that this whole entire energy ball that is around you, that you have set the boundaries, right, is exactly about 6 feet. Some people, they may say 6 feet a bit too big, maybe 3 feet, up to you. As much as you can imagine, right? Because you know why? Because you're setting the boundary for yourself. So when this meditation occurs, right, you are actually creating that boundary. So imagine before you step out of the house, you already created that huge boundary area. So your auras and your energy will maintain even 50%, 30% towards the end of the day. So at the end, when you have people, very toxic people around you, you are at least shielded or protected with the energetic bubble. So this is quite effective, because you may be thinking that, it may be just, something that we imagine or whichever. But I can tell you, sometimes whatever that you think that is imaginative, they are the most powerful, because it's an intention that you have already set. And this intention is the boundary that you have actually created while you are actually doing the white light shielding meditation. Okay? So now, right, after when this happened in your mind, you need to actually affirm the whole entire meditation by just saying that, this is the power from universe, blah, blah, blah. You can actually just say that, as such, right, all this later I will send you. I'm not going to actually read up the whole entire affirmation words, etc. But I just need to let you know that, once all this is done up and you're actually in that energetic bubble, you will feel definitely different when you step out of your house, or even at night. If let's say sometimes you feel very overwhelmed and you realize that you have been drained out after a whole day with people around, or even with things that is happening to you, and you have a lot of like emotional discharge, etc. Try this white light shielding meditation technique. It's very easy. It's just 5 to 10 minutes. Just imagine the ball of white light around you, and it's not hard, because some meditation probably may take a while, or sometimes people feel very, very, very overwhelming to actually do it. But this is really not difficult. You may try it at home. Okay, so for those people who have just joined, hello, welcome to the Facebook Live session, Gems Time with Glenn. So I'm already in the midst of talking about white light shielding meditation and how we are using this on a daily basis to protect ourselves. So please help me to like and share this out to more friends and invite them to join us. We're going to give away this white light shielding meditation digital book at the end of our session today. So stay with us until 10:30, and then by about 10:15, we will start to actually pose some question. You can actually just answer this question, and you may begin to download the digital book from the link that we're going to share with everyone in the later part. So if you're keen to actually receive this white light shielding protection digital book, right, just stay tuned with us. So of course, after touching the first meditation technique, we're talking about the second one. So second one would be, of course, talking about earth meditation. What do we mean by earth meditation? When we talk about earth meditation, right, we talk about connecting ourselves back to nature, to Mother Earth. So some people may be thinking that, what do you mean by connecting yourself to Mother Nature and Mother Earth? I thought we are already walking on the ground every day. Why is it that we still need to connect? Actually, if you ask me, right, the most powerful energetic field that are able to ground us, right, is actually from Earth. So a lot of the people are unaware that actually grounding, earthing, is a very powerful way to actually help every individual to discharge their whole entire negative energy, or helping individual to clear their blockages if they can actually constantly, right, get themselves off to involve in the Mother Nature or Earth. So if you talk about Earth meditation, it's pretty easy. What we need to do is actually, right, just go out to the park, or even find a comfortable space. If let's say at home you may be thinking, I'm not going out, so how am I going to do earth meditation? There are a couple of ways that we can do also. So one way later I'm also going to tell you is you can use crystals or anything that is close to earth, with plants around and everything. But the most effective way, if you can, this is actually more outdoor. Just find an outdoor nice space, maybe in the beach, or even when you are in a park. You may not need to sit on the floor actually, as long as you're in the nature. You can sit on the bench, close your eyes. What we need to do is to actually get yourself connected, in that closed loop exchange energy, right, with Mother Nature and Earth. So basically, this is effective because when you actually find a comfortable sit on this Mother Nature space, right, you are able to connect yourself back and start to discharge your energy out while you are meditating. So close your eyes, breathe deeply. You can feel the supporting soil, or even if you're actually sitting on a bench, just take off your shoes if you can. Just have your foot touches the ground. Allow your body to come into contact with the nature, and then imagine yourself with a root stemming out from the base of your spine, which is behind, into the core of the earth, which is deep into the earth core, and then reach as far as you can, imagine, and then connect yourself and surrounded by the Mother Nature energy around you. And spend a few deep breaths, and then allow this strong supportive energy to regulate, and imagine yourself discharging while you are actually breathing. This is already very simple. You can actually just do this like 5-10 minutes, even when you're outside. If you're feeling very, very stressful sometimes at work, right, just find a nature space, right, or your park, or after work, right, just go to a park. If you don't want to go home straight away, after dinner, just go to a park, sit down there, just focus on your breathing, close your eyes, and then take a few deep breaths and imagine yourself, regulating your energy with the Mother Nature. This is also a very effective and powerful way to be able to help you to have that connection back. And it's also a form of meditation. There are different ways you can do meditation. Okay, So next we talk about the power of words. Also important because during when you are actually doing the earth meditation, the affirmation and the words and the power and the intention that's coming from you will be very important to enhance and to lift up the whole entire connection in the meditative state and meditative session. Hi Felicia, welcome. So basically, if you need people who are still around, right? If you all need any queries or whichever, right? Just feel free to type in at the comment box. Today people very quiet, all listening, so I keep talking. So I don't know whether am I being too lost, or you're already in the meditative state, traveling already. So for those people who are still around, right? Just feel free to comment. If you need any query or any help, right? Just type in the comment box. Have more interaction because if not I keep talking, right? Like very, very like I'm like a robot. I keep talking. Okay, but I mean, if you are enjoying the session, also like maybe give me some comment and tell me, is it okay? Because we are still pretty new in the whole entire Facebook Live, so feedbacks will be very good as well. But of course, anything that you can actually allow me to make the session better, it will also be good. So just feel free to share with us. So coming back, I was talking about the power of words, right? Which while you're doing meditation, because that's why a lot of times when we are meditating, right, there's always affirmative words or text that we normally will also leverage and use and utilize. So other than breathing, other than visualization, we also have like special mantras. And these mantras, right, it could be like, for example, a specific text that you actually say out, or even within you actually visualize that you want to have all this to ensure that it will facilitate the whole entire meditative process. And at the end of the day, the outcome of how you can achieve after meditation. So all these are very powerful because it reaffirms your intention and at the same time, right, help you to actually bring forth a deeper connectivity while you're meditating. So that's why you see some people when they do chanting, mantra chanting, they are also a form of meditation, because when they chant mantras, during the mantra chantings, it actually brings them to a higher level of consciousness, and the energy exchange while you're chanting itself, it's also a very powerful way, right, to connect yourself back to the higher level of dimension. And then every mantra has got also very high frequency level. So mantra chanting is also another way of meditation when we talk about. So that's why power of words, power of text, power of mantras, all these are also part of the whole entire meditative techniques that we can also use when we talk about meditation. Yeah. Hi, Gabriel. Later I'll be talking about Crystal's meditation as well. Ankian, thanks. Yeah, Ryan, hi. When can we lie on our back for meditation? For instance, lying down in the open field. Can, of course. You see, for meditation, right, every time people always have the very fixated thought that we must like sit upright, and then after that whichever. I can tell you, right, there's no fixed position. Of course, people will be saying that half lotus, full lotus position is the best. But you see, some people, right, they may have back issues, they may have certain physical restriction which they cannot sit. What about elderly folks? You cannot expect them to actually be sitting down in that full lotus position for a very long time. But doesn't mean that they can't do meditation. So find the most comfortable position and the most comfortable way for you when you meditate. Then of course, if you think that lying down flat is good for you, you can do that. But of course, don't lie until you fall asleep because a lot of people, when they actually lie down while doing meditation, right, the next day is that you'll hear them snoring because they fell asleep after a while. So people who actually know that you will fall asleep easily, right, instead of meditating, then maybe you don't try to make yourself too comfortable. So at least roughly like for example, when Ryan, you say that lying down in open field, right? Yeah, I think it's fine because open field, when you're out, let's say in the park or whichever, as long as you don't find that it's too hot, or too, like some places they are not very hygiene, you see. So depending, but as long as it's comfortable for you, and then you can definitely do it, because most of the time, the moment when you actually go into the deep connection in meditative state, right, time passes very fast. Because if you really go into a deep meditation stage, right, most of the time, if you ask me, right, you probably will think that the whole entire session has lasted for 1-2 hours, but actually it could be even longer. Or sometimes you think that it's 5-10 minutes, but it's actually only 1-2 hours. So it really depends on how deep. So most people, when we talk about meditation gurus, or even when we talk about teachers, right, when they teach meditation, most people wouldn't advise to actually do more than 30 minutes if can, and majority are guided meditation. So for single way of meditation, if you are doing it at home, and whichever, right, if you are not comfortable, just do basic meditation when we talk about earlier, not the typical deep meditation. Some people may not be able to do it, or some people may fall too deep, so it's also dangerous. So my personal advice is that, for beginners, right, actually you can learn from meditation guru, because at the end of the day is that if you want to do it just for normal mind relaxation or even discharge your negativity, actually 5 to 10 minutes is already enough, because 5 to 10 minutes you can go in deep. You are already deep cleansing and recalibrating the energy already. So you have to come back, of course. Don't indulge too deep in the meditative state. Okay, so it's not advisable to fall asleep during meditation. Gabriel, I think fall asleep, sometimes if 5 to 10 minutes you fall asleep, is okay. But if you are talking about the actual meditation, because some people, when they do the actual meditation in the full and half lotus position, right, if they fell asleep, sometimes they will be in that falling mode, because you see, most people realize, especially if you're sitting down meditating, right, you always feel that you're falling off, because that part is the part where you're trying to prevent yourself from falling asleep. So if you're lying on bed, at the end of the day, that's fine, because it helps with sleep. Why not? Because some people actually naturally has got insomnia, they can't sleep well at night. So if meditation helps you to go into deep, full relaxation, allow your mind to relax and went into that very calming state and makes you fall asleep, it is also a good thing, because at least the next day when you wake up, right, you're fully refreshed, which is not a bad thing as well. What happens if you fall too deep, Wendy? This one I will tell you separately when you're here. Nothing will happen if you are guided, okay, I should just say that. So this one I can separately share with you. Okay, so we'll go into the next one. Okay, talk about okay, so the next topic, right, we are talking is how to meditate with crystals. So as you can see, right, there's a lot of people nowadays, especially the reason why earlier I did mention that why am I doing this by getting more and more people to learn about crystals and all the minerals, is because they really has got a very powerful healing energy and healing abilities. And meditating with crystals definitely is something that I feel on the modern society, right, if majority of us, we don't really have a lot of time to go out to the nature, or even at home, some people may not even have a conducive space to do full meditation. I think crystals meditation is a very I should say easy and not difficult to learn, with having the ability to connect to at least one stone or one crystal that you resonate with, right? And with that, right, just allow yourself to focus and feel the vibration from the crystals. And this is a very, very simple crystal meditation. So if you ask me, right, when we do crystal meditation, simply it's very easy. As long as you have a stone or the crystals that you can connect with, and depending on how much you know about your crystals, you are able to actually manifest and allow the crystals energy to connect to you while you are focusing, and when you are relaxing and during the meditative state. So simply 2 steps, crystal meditation. So for people who have joined us at our workshop before, for the last few workshops, we have been teaching people how to do crystal meditation on the spot. And it's a guided meditation of about 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes, but most importantly is that we teach and learn how individual, while you are actually holding on to your crystals, how you can leverage on the crystals energy, right, to allow you to go into the meditative state. At the same time, connect to the intention of why you are actually using that stone. Some people may be using crystals for a certain purpose. For example, if let's say we talk about this particular stone, this is aventurine heart shape. which is mostly most people associate them with heart chakra. So we're thinking that, if I were to use this particular aventurine to meditate, how would this actually help us in that meditative session or that whole entire process? So most people, when they use aventurine for meditation, it's more for calming down their emotions to heal their heart chakras. When we talk about healing heart chakras, we talk about people who are being almost over emotionally attached. Sometimes they could be due to certain traumas that they have been facing in their existing state in life. Some people get very emotional because they are always absorbing a lot of energy from people, and then this energy in turn cause them to feel very drained, etc. So meditating with aventurine, will allow the aventurine energy to actually calm their heart chakra, and you can even use this for healing and regeneration, because the green energy from this aventurine is a very good healing energy for many people. Okay, hi Patrina. Do you hold a crystal in your right or left hand, and any specific crystals for meditation? Yeah, so I was actually saying earlier, right? So when you pick the crystal for meditation, right, you need to first understand the intent of why you chose this particular gemstone or crystal. Because some people earlier I did mention, whether you're using it specifically for certain healing purposes, or you are using it just to calm yourself, even calming and soothing down yourself or your energy, right, has got various crystals that is linked or associated with the various chakras. So overall, right, when you use crystals for meditation, it's definitely for soothing and calming. But then, zooming into which aspects. When we talk about like this is for heart. Then we talk about maybe the blue crystals is for our throat, or maybe for soothing and calming our overall reactive upper chakras. And then we talk about amethyst when we talk about all the different stones. Even like we talk about the blue calcite. This blue calcite is a very good stone for our throat chakra. So you can actually meditate by holding it. You can even meditate by placing it directly on your throat chakra. It really depends on the purpose and your intent. So like for example, holding on to right or left hand, right, actually it really doesn't matter. Because when we actually hold a crystal, we have to ensure that the crystal's got to be supported on both of our hands to form that closed loop energy exchange. So as you know that the left and the right hand, right, the left hand is actually for receiving and the right hand is actually for channeling out. So this whole entire closed loop, as long as you hold the crystals on top of each other, doesn't matter which one is on top of which one. But the most importantly is that you must combine the both hands with the crystals inside. If you are using two crystals, then of course one at each side is also possible, depending on the methods. But the most effective way most people they do is to actually cup it in this way. Okay, either here, it doesn't matter because it's already a closed loop. And then find a conducive space. Space better if you can cleanse the space first before you do crystal meditation. So for people who have actually joined us before in our live meditation during our workshop, right, they are always holding the crystals. Normally I will put the stone, the receiving end, which is our left, here, and then we put the stone on here, and then the right on top. You can also do this, vice versa, because at the end of the day, the energy will still flow. But if you want to remember it, okay, always have the stone on your receiving arm, which is your receiving palm, and then the right hand side on top of your left hand side is also possible. Okay, so I hope that answers your questions, Patrina. Okay, then the next thing is that we talk about, of course, using crystals for meditation, right? It's not just also about just holding them or whichever. Even by placing them, or even by actually using the stones on the various chakras, you can also heal when you do meditation. Just like when Ryan was mentioning earlier about lying down, right? So when you're lying down, you can also use crystals for meditation. Placing them on your several chakras. If you have some therapies, of course, they do healing using the chakra stones. But on individual basis, right, if you want to just have a simple, quick meditation at home after a long day of work, right, just have some stones that is for certain healing purpose. Like earlier I did mention about choosing your own crystal, right, having the ability for the crystals to heal the various chakras. You can just place the stones directly on your chakras and close your eyes. Just focus on your breathing, allowing the crystal's energy to heal and to balance your chakra is also possible. So these are also a very easy and straightforward way for a lot of people who have many crystals at home. Not necessarily the crystals are going to be big. Doesn't matter whether the size. because at the end of the day, it's the energy and the intensity and healing power from each individual crystal shred that will affect whether or not you are able to leverage on the healing abilities. Okay, so after that, while you are using that, right, I think the intention setting is very important, because when we do intention setting, we are actually also calibrating ourselves with the crystals and also with the universe. So when we talk about this whole entire full closed loop process, once you are locked on, right, the flow will just come, and then you can just simply close your eyes, focus on the very soothing energy that's coming from the crystals. Even you can couple it with the white light shielding meditation technique earlier that I mentioned. So there's a couple of ways that we can actually combine different methods. And remember, you don't have to do it for very long. 5 to 10 minutes or even longest 15 minutes is already enough, and when you're back, right, you definitely can feel something different. So these are things which you can actually try at home, especially if you do not have the luxury to even go to Mother Nature or even have the ability to go out often. So this is something that you can try out at home. So later part, right, I'll be sharing on the how you can cleanse your space for meditation as well. So preparing your space at home for meditation is also important. Okay. Welcome, Patrina. Okay, so we are going to go into, after the crystals okay, anything that you all want to clarify, just feel free to comment on the comment box, because we are moving on to how to prepare your space for meditation soon. So our last point will be, of course, on sound healing, which we are going to talk about. Then from there, we are going to go in to share how to prepare your space for meditation. Any other questions that you like to ask, just feel free to type on the comment box and help us like and share this Facebook Live page so that we can get more people to join us. And at the end of the session, for those who have just joined, we are going to give away a digital book that talks about white light shielding meditation. So you can just feel free to comment, and we will let you know how to collect and download your digital book at the end of the day. So coming to our last part of meditation, so we can also leverage, for meditation, right, using sound. Sound frequency is a very powerful method when we talk about, of course, doing meditation. Because some people, right, when they are, if it's too quiet, they just simply cannot anchor or ground or settle themselves down. So by playing music, soothing meditative music around you, it also helps to bring you into the meditative state. Then of course, not just music. Recently, a lot of people has been going into solfeggio frequencies. Solfeggio frequency is a set of 6 note powerful note that encompass various frequencies level, and each set of frequency has got different healing perspective, or which talk about the different methods of how this frequency can help to enhance or to actually soothe the different purpose. So when we leverage on the solfeggio frequency, we are able to also bring us into the meditative state easily. And then some people nowadays, they go into sound healing. They use singing bowl. We have the various chakra singing bowl. Sound healers, they are using the singing bowls to heal, and at the same time, even to bring you into a deep relaxation meditative state as well. So then of course we have the Tibetan singing bowl, where when you go YouTube, right, you can download some of the music where this beautiful music are also created by beautiful Tibetan singing bowl sound. And then tuning fork we have the crystal tuning fork. We have all the various tuning fork in the market, but there are also tuning fork that can be used in conjunction when we talk about creating meditative music as well. So all this example are also ways you can use, to create also a conducive, sacred space in your home before and during when you meditate. So linking to this aspect, right? So music is not just of course something that we used to play and listen, in terms of all those pop music, etc. A lot of people has been sharing and proven that music actually bring forth certain level of effectiveness. Especially when you're stressed, especially when you are feeling very down. Music can uplift and bring you into a better mood, etc. That's a reason why Hi Sophie, welcome. So if you are actually doing meditation at home, right, feel free to actually look for tracks that are nice, something that you can connect with, and then allow it to play in your space, because that particular music frequency can also help to create a very beautiful conducive space just before or even during when you meditate. So of course, next thing that we do is while we are actually setting up the space for meditation, you have maybe crystals that you have picked. If you're using it for meditation, you can have crystals that's around, not just holding onto it, but you can also place crystals around your meditation area. Some people, they like to put clear quartz, selenite, even some people leverage and use crystal grid. So there are various ways that you can enhance your meditation space. You can actually put different stuff around depending on how you like it. And then of course, some people, they like candles or even essential oil, where they will diffuse the different oil scent to create the high frequency vibes around their meditative space right before they start their meditation. So you see, these are the few methods. Then of course, for me, I like to actually smudge my meditation space before I actually start my meditation. So smudging is important because it helps to get rid of all the lower denser energy that's surrounding our room or even places where you meditate. So you can either use sage or Palo Santo. So most people nowadays, they are using a lot of Palo Santo. So Palo Santo is actually a mystical tree wood, right, that you see here. So what you do is that you just simply need to actually light the Palo Santo, burn it, and after burning it, right, allow the wood to burn, and then after a while, you just blow off and allow the smoke, right, to actually smudge around your space. So when you actually smudge this around your space, right, the oil that is actually from the wood, right, will create a very soothing, nice scent that will help to also ground anchor you. So I like to actually use this a lot before I start my meditation, because it is a very good way to actually also cleanse your space using smudging. So of course, some people, they prefer to use essential oil. You can also use Palo Santo essential oil, or if not, you can use sage or whichever. It's up to you, depending on your own preference. Okay. So after that, get the music up, play the meditation music. I'm actually sharing one of the meditation music actually on the background, so I'm not too sure whether you guys can hear it. Are you able to hear the music? Can, right? Okay, so for those people who are hearing this music, this is also one track that I've actually selected, which I find quite interesting, because there's a lot of music that you can choose on YouTube, so it's all free. Or if not, you can just subscribe to Gem Story and follow us, because I have actually inserted quite a fair bit of all the nice meditative music, as well as Solfeggio frequency music as well in our playlist. You can also go there and take a look. If not, you can also create your own playlist from YouTube. There are a lot of very beautiful, nice meditative music around. Okay, so once you are done with the preparation of the space, then next is choose the meditation techniques and method that you like. So after which, once if you get into the hang of doing the meditation, so every day just spend that 5 to 10 minutes, I think is more than enough sufficient time. And as you upgrade and progress, right, then you can go into deeper meditation technique by getting people who can teach you in a more can bring you into a deeper aspect of how you want to explore your whole entire journey. Because all this is a progression. Everyone has got their own journey and own path. So whatever that I'm sharing right now is very introductory, but I just want to have this as a quick head start, so that people who are here, who are having the ability to join us this evening, right, you can have a better understanding. Hi Roslyn, hey, long time no see, Roslyn. Haven't seen you for a while already. Welcome to Facebook Live. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so any other questions before we go in to wrap up today's session? Okay, so I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that you can actually get, right, if you need, right, from for let's say cleansing your space as well, especially at home. So what we do is that we normally, right, if you look at the page right now, right, we have the cleansing kit that's available also in our website. So if you need to actually get any of the stuff, you can either come over here or you can also purchase it online. So there are like a couple of things that we are sharing here. So our website actually is officially up. So for the last 6-7 months, actually we have been quite inactive in terms of our website because we haven't been doing a lot of promotion. But recently, ever since we got anchored down here at Shaw, right, we have more time to actually do our stuff. So there are more things up there already. So when you all guys are free, can just feel free to actually surf our website. So what I'm sharing right now is that we have got our singing bowl, Palo Santo, our sage, the aura cleansing spray, etc. So there are a few things that we can actually use if you want to, to actually prepare your space or even yourself. So feel free to PM us if you need any help or any queries. So hey, hello Vincent. Okay, Roslyn. Yeah, excited to see you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I heard you have relocated, right? Haven't seen you for a while in Singapore. Yeah, so you see all these are actually now available. Feel free to actually visit our gemstory.asia website because we have changed our domain recently from gemstory.com.sg to gemstory.asia. So moving forward, we are going to have more stuff coming up to be posted onto our website. So besides, the product knowledge, content stuff, right? We're also going to have more blogs sharing about interesting articles, and at the same time, our digital giveaways are actually all downloadable from our website as well. And then moving forward, also our videos, because now Facebook Live, right, is only the beginning. Because moving forward, we will be having various content that will be edited and cut out into smaller clips, so that everyone can just share it around, and then feel free to share with your friends if you need, moving forward. Okay, so coming back, so this is where you can actually check out our cleansing kits lah. Anything, just let me know. Then we are going to touch a little bit before wrapping up, right, on the 9 Solfeggio frequencies. So earlier I did mention about the sound frequencies, right? So going into our YouTube, right, to subscribe, I actually preset 9 sets of frequencies that is available in the playlist. So the 9 sets of Solfeggio frequency actually range from 174 all the way to 936. So I don't want to name everything, but there's a specific sequence that you may want to find out, because I find it very interesting. Because if you realize, people who are more sharp, right, all the Solfeggio frequency, right, is range from 174, and then the next thing is that the next set is 417 followed by 741. If you see that pattern, right, these 3 sets of frequency has got a common thing. That means when you bring the last digit back to the front, right, every frequency is actually the new set of frequency. So the 3 digit that you jumble out, right, you will see that the 3 sets of frequency has got different healing properties. Similarly, right, when we talk about 285 and then 528 and 852, so this is another set. Then we have the 396 Hz, and then we have the 639 and then 9963. So this 9 sets of frequencies is very powerful. Just go and read up and Google about that, because if you come for my workshop, right, of course we will have a deeper sharing, but because due to time constraint here, I'm just going to give you all a very quick introduction of Solfeggio frequencies, because they are really very powerful, and a lot of people are having having a lot of positive feedback when they actually listen to all these beautiful Solfeggio frequencies. So catch them, if you want, just PM us and we will share more information with you also. Okay, so wrapping up for today. So for those who have stayed with us until now, thanks for staying with us throughout, right? Because today's topic is not easy, because we are going to have another workshop this coming Saturday to deep dive into what I've just shared. So today is just really a very introductory level, but moving forth, ever since January this year, right, we have been actively doing Facebook Live and workshop. So now every month we will have one fixed workshop and one Facebook Live. And moving forward, we are going to do more workshops also. So of course, content topic will be very different. We are going to have different topics, and a lot of people has been sharing with me to ask me to conduct longer workshop session, because now we are only doing 2 hours introductory, right? So some people are requesting for like a full day of workshop, etc. But we are in the midst of planning, because we will have a few more locations coming up, collaboration with a lot of other people around. So just stay tuned, but continue to support us, right, on our Facebook Live and workshop, because we need to have more people to get to know us, so that we can help to share and promote all this knowledge and content to people who are keen and interested around. So all these are going to be available next time also in our website and also our YouTube channel. So just help us to share it. Okay, so today's session, since we are already towards the end, right, okay, yeah, our workshop is actually coming this 27 July. No lah. Is this coming Saturday? 20. Sorry, our producer typed wrongly. Is this coming Saturday? But only left with very few vacancies lah. So for those who are interested in this coming Saturday workshop, right, just so-called register under our link. Just go to our Facebook page under our event and register can already. Okay. So last part. So help us to actually share our Facebook and also share around our website, and then we are going to of course come to the final part where we are going to give away the digital gift. So this time now the digital gift will be a digital book on white light shielding meditation techniques. So it's the part where I did share earlier, but the details are going to be inside this PDF file. So of course you can learn it and use it on a daily basis on yourself, or if not, right, you can also spread it out with your friends for people who are keen. So I just need you all to do it in a very easy way. For those people who are interested to get this digital book, right, just help us comment now, I love meditation, and then at the same time like and share our live video. So what we will do is that after the session, we will actually send you the digital gift into the comment. So if you want to receive the digital gift, which is the white light shielding technique book, right, just feel free now, comment I love meditation. So for those people who are still here, you should comment I love meditation. We will actually reply to your comment with that link for you to actually download the digital book. So later part, right, just to let you all know, right, for existing members who have already signed up with us, maybe in the previous live, you have already registered with us as our member, right, you will be given the direct download to the book. But for those who are new, who have not registered with us before, you just need to actually register with us, right, before you will be redirected to the download link. So just two links. So we will send the both links to both lah. Okay, so then from there, you just pick whatever that's relevant to you. Okay, I see more people commenting already. Hey, comment more. So the more you comment, so we will keep this until end of 2359 today. So tomorrow we will be sending out the link to the respective person. So remember to like and share. The criteria is like and share this Facebook plus comment I love meditation. Okay, so I see more and more people commenting, right? Okay, so for those people who are still here, please comment. Then the next thing is the physical giveaway. Physical giveaway is always the highlight for end of the session, because when we talk about physical giveaway, it's really physical gift lah. So every Facebook live session, we will try to give away some physical item. So this time round, what we have, right, is actually something that's actually, do they give how many? how many we should give? Okay, so we have 3 lucky winners, right, that's going to win. Let me see. Okay, I've got all these bottles that you see here. So these are what we have prepared. All these crystals bottle that you can actually stand a chance to win. So you can see here, right, all this. Okay, so I'm going to give away 3 bottles today. So for those people who are interested to get all these beautiful crystals that is in this bottle, right, I just need you to do something right now. So I just need you to actually type the first 3% who actually type in the comment box, right, any of the techniques of meditation that I've shared earlier for today's Facebook Live. The first 3% that respond will will win, 3 bottles. That means 1 each of this very beautiful crystal bottle that you see here. So please type in for the first 3 who actually comment, any of the 3 meditation or any of the techniques, meditation technique that I've just shared earlier in our Facebook Live. So the first 3% will entitle to have this free gift. Okay, quickly. Okay, I saw more and more people coming in already. Okay, quick. Okay, I see a lot of people reply. Okay lah, we will give 5 this time. 5 bottle. The first 5 who comment will get. Now no more I love meditation. I love meditation, you can comment later. Now is must type the meditation technique that I've actually just shared earlier in the Facebook Live.
So first 5 ah.
First 5 so our PD will check. Okay. Hey, the workshop you haven't changed.
Change already, I know the file is not showing.
Oh.
The one is in progress.
Okay, can already, can change it. Okay, so I will inform. We will PM the first 5 winners for today's session. Huh? Wow, I see Roslyn commented. Roslyn, how are you going to take the stone? You're in Singapore. Are you back in Singapore? Are you coming back?
Only for Singapore.
Because I cannot post to you like. If you are still in Singapore lah, huh? Okay, for those people who are still in Singapore, you've got to kind of self pick up. I cannot deliver because this one very fragile. Will break if let's say I send out.
Cannot trust.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so for those people who are still here, right? I'm going to do my wrap up today. So just to give a quick wrap up for today, what we have just shared, right? So benefits of meditation. Earlier, I did mention that today's topic we talk about how meditation can bring forth positivity and also help individual in terms of our very stressful life nowadays in our society. We also shared how to create a sacred space and a space where it is conducive for meditation. So as per kind of meditation, right, we talk about white light shielding, which is the most powerful and also the most popular. And then we also talk about earth meditation, which you need to actually go outdoor to connect to nature. And then of course next is that we talk about mantra, the power of words, using the various intention setting while we are either chanting or saying affirmation words while you are actually meditating. And then finally we also talk about sound healing, and sound healing coupled with of course the different kind of methods that we can use to create all the various music, the healing frequencies around, and at the same time how you can actually use them to also when you're meditating increase the whole entire energetic level around your space. So a couple of things that we have shared today. Then firstly, this is just a very introductory level because in our workshops we will normally touch deeper context on how we can like for example use and leverage on all these meditation techniques to improve our overall energetic fields, our energy centers, even to help us to raise our consciousness level to the next level. And then of course the do's and don'ts and pros and cons, etc. Like there are some questions earlier that some people asked, right, about if the meditation is too deep, what will happen, etc. So all this will be touched on during our workshop lah. So apparently due to time constraint, right, we only have 1 hour. So we will if you need any other further queries, just PM me in the comment box. We will reply to you separately after today's session. Okay, so Rosalie, you're coming back. Good. Okay, then I'll keep for you. I think you're the first one to respond, so you probably will get the gift. Okay, I'll keep it for you in September. Okay, for those people who have just joined, we are already ending, so do join us early in our next Facebook Live. Our next Facebook Live will be on the 14th of August, same time, 9:30 to 10:30. And our next topic will be on how to bless your own space with crystals and sound frequency. So this is also another interesting topic because today we only talk about how to create a space, right, for meditation. But how do we create your own space and bless your own space? Because recently there has been a lot of people started to engage to get us to help to cleanse and bless their house, etc. So house blessing, house cleansing is also a very interesting topic that I'll be sharing. And at the same time, right, using crystal, sound frequency and various other methods, how can all this method help to enhance the frequency around our space, especially places where we live in, even a new house, a house that has been stayed for a while, or even when we talk about you want to cleanse your energetic space within your house, how can you do it? And then with what kind of approach you should do it, because everywhere around us, in fact, we are bringing in different energy from outside back to our home on a daily basis. But you never know what's within our house. But how can we constantly create that conducive space around, especially places where we live, places where we sleep, places where we live around with our loved ones, etc. So in our next topic on the 14th of August, episode 6, we'll be talking about this. So for those people who are new with us today, and for those who have been following us for the last few episodes, right, please help us to share and mark your calendar down, 14th of August, to join us again, right, on this Facebook Live. So if there's nothing on, if you any more questions or things that you want to ask, can just comment. If not, then we probably will be ending our session today already. Yeah, just before you sleep today, right? Now it's what time?
Going to 11.
Oh, overrun already. Okay, just nice. You will do me a favor. Since you are today here until now, right? Before you sleep later, right? Just at least try the white light shielding technique before you sleep. I'm very sure if you try it tomorrow, you'll feel good. But if you don't feel good, then of course you PM me and then I'll ask you what happened. Okay. So for those people who are still around here, right? Hey, thank you, Eileen. Thank you, Roslyn. Thank you all for watching until this hour. So try out the white light shielding meditation. So I will try to actually send out the link to you later after this, so that you all can also download the digital book. If not, tomorrow morning when you wake up, right, before you go out, try out the white light shielding meditation. Before you actually go out to work, see the effect and the difference. Okay. If not, if there's nothing much, right, I will conclude today's session and close off today's Facebook Live. Anything, right, please continue to support us on our next live episode of Gems Time with Glenn. And on the 14th of August, stay tuned. Remember to mark your calendar. Okay, we'll see you next month on 14th August. Bye-bye.
algorithm 它没有100% push up 嘛，它没有100% push up would be low, so it's like
因为 every 的做法
有没有一开始比较多，开始有30，
好30那只是因为
因为你 look at the stats，
因为我要看，因为这在如果是保护不好，我就觉得是因为微红的一个的 regulars 啦。